Good morning. Today is Monday, and as you see, I'm dressed for meetings because I do have a few today. I actually was just sitting at my laptop, about to hop on a Zoom, and I was wondering why my internet was not working. And I was like, I don't understand what's going on. I could not log on to my email, I could not log on to Zoom. And I had a Zoom meeting like 5 minutes after that. And I was just like, what is going on? So I like quickly emailed, the person that I was supposed to be having the meeting with. And we are in the process of rescheduling. But basically, what I discovered, or remembered, I should say, is that we had recently, I think I told you guys this in a previous vlog, but we had some weird internet we had some weird outage with one wall of our living room area. And so a couple of the outlets in that room just don't work. And I tried to call the electrician, and life happens, so you forget about these things. But basically, my husband kind of finagled some things around, and we took a couple of our extension cords and just basically jerry-rigged the whole thing. So now our TV, our router, our internet router, and a couple other things are now through an extension cord attached to another wall. And that wall is connected to our light switch. So when we go into that room and we flip the switch to turn the light on, the internet comes on as well. And so at night, now, because it's connected to the light switch, when I flip the light switch off, the internet in the whole house goes off because it's connected to that light switch. So I didn't even consider that when I was sitting down on my computer. And like the past couple days, or the past couple weeks really, we've been going over to the lamp and just turning the lamp off and leaving the internet on at night, just so for situations like this. But occasionally I just feel more comfortable when the internet is just not on, or the Wi-Fi, I should say. So I'm more comfortable with the Wi-Fi not being on. So of course, my husband is not 100% happy with that. So we've learned to compromise. So I get 2 days out of the week where I can leave the Wi-Fi off at night, and then the rest of the week, or the rest of the time, we'll just keep it on. And also just because my stepson is on his tablet, so when he wakes up, he likes to just get right on, and it's complicated to have to come downstairs, flip the switch, wait for the Wi-Fi to power back up. So anyway, that's why I get 2 days a week. But so I'm saying all this because a couple years ago, I read this book, and the reason why I decided to read this book is because of the whole, pandemic thing, and, all of the things that happened with that just really kind of propelled me into a new way of kind of looking at things. So I'm not going to get too deep into it because I did touch on this in my podcast. However, I did read this book called The Invisible Rainbow, and I highly recommend it. Again, I talked about this in my podcast, this entire episode on my podcast about this particular book. But I'll leave it linked below. So anyone that is interested in this topic, or this type of topic, can check it out. But basically, it's talking about electricity in our day-to-day lives and how it can actually have adverse effects, and how it's just been sort of recorded since the beginnings of the onset of even the radio, that that these sort of electromagnetic frequencies are actually affecting our physical bodies, our physical health. So for that reason, I always like to take precautions. And for me, the precaution of turning the Wi-Fi off at night, so there's not like beams of energy, coming at me while I'm sleeping, makes me feel more comfortable, I should say. So I'm not 100% sure if it is making me comfortable, but it makes me feel more comfortable. So I gravitated towards this book. But before I found this book, I actually, because I was really deep into research on EMFs and 5G and all of that when they first rolled it out in late 2018 late 2019, and that sort of had me sort of stumble upon just ways of having EMF safety. Because for me, if I can be safe in my home or with my devices, that just makes me feel better. Like I just said, turning the Wi-Fi off at night makes me feel better. So I came across this brand called DefenderShield. And basically, DefenderShield makes Wi-Fi and EMF blocking products for your devices. So you can put a sleeve on your phone, you can put a sleeve on your laptop, phone carrying cases, there's different headphones, there's a variety of different products, and I'll most likely display it on the screen so you guys can see what the website looks like. But it's, according to the website, it is the trusted world leader in 5G and EMF radiation shielding. And basically what it does is the devices have, I'm not sure what exactly is in them, but basically it has basically a shield that sort of blocks any sort of EMF device or any sort of EMF frequencies from going from that device to, let's say, your head if you're on your phone, or through your legs or through your chest when you're on your tablet or your laptop. So they've developed a whole host of products, and these products are even police forces use them, military uses them, so they're highly reputable brand. And so I've been using their products for years. I'm actually a sort of spokesperson, or I guess ambassador for DefenderShield, if that makes sense. So there are a couple products that I do want to show you that I use on a day-to-day basis that I think would be incredible for anyone that is interested. The first item on the list is this scarf. And I got this scarf several years ago. I think this was maybe the first purchase I made from the brand. But it's just your, simple scarf. I think it comes in several different colors. This is sort of that like mauve pink kind of color. And I just was like, this is great. Basically, the way you can use the scarf is you can, wrap it around your neck. You can put it across your chest like this. You can wear it when you fly. So, there's a lot of concern for people who are kind of aware or kind of up on this sort of information. There's a lot of concern going into planes, because in the plane, you're basically in like an EMF box essentially in the air for however long you're up there. So, having this to, wear around your neck is great, because then you can protect your thyroid. I like this. I do tend to use it at night. What I do is, whether or not I turn the Wi-Fi off in the house, what I'll do is I'll actually wrap my phone in this. And the reason why I wrap my phone in this is because the next product that I'm going to show you, I don't actually have anymore for my phone. But I did have it for my previous phone before I upgraded my phone. So right now, because I don't have the phone case, I want to protect my phone at night because I keep it on. So I just wrap it in this and kind of like tuck it under under my like side table by my bed. But I'll show you the next product because that leads right into the next product. Okay, so the next product, which is what I used to use, is this phone case. So the phone case operates like a regular phone case. So you slip your phone right in here, and then you put it right in the magnet. It's got the little hole right here for your camera, and then you clip it. It also has a place where you can put all of your different credit cards and ID and that type of thing, and then it just closes magnetically. And it's pretty thick actually, so I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's got it also has a place right here for any loose bills or anything like that. But it's a pretty thick kind of thing, leather case part. It's got the little logo right down here at the bottom, and then on the back side it also has a logo. But the best part about this is that you can actually talk right through it. So you can go like that and you can feel 100% safe that the EMF isn't going right into your brain. So I was using this for a while when I had my previous generation of my iPhone. I want to say that this particular phone case, okay, so it looks like the iPhone 15 is the highest up it goes for the iPhone. And I want to say there are cases available for other phones. So if you don't have an iPhone, you have a Samsung, for example, I want to say that there is a case that will fit that particular phone. So anyway, they also have laptop sleeves, as I mentioned, tablet sleeves. They have products for kids as well. So they have glasses that you can wear that will block the screen. So screen protector glasses, blue light glasses. I was like, what are they called? Blue light glasses for children and for adults. So it's really a really incredible brand. I highly recommend it. But the last product that I wanted to show you is this blanket. And this is the mini version. So they have a mini and a large. And this blanket, it's kind of heavy. It feels like a weighted blanket, but it's nice. It's not too thick. It's definitely heavy, but it's not like thick. So I feel perfectly safe putting this over me if I'm taking a nap. Of course, it doesn't reach all the way down, but it still is a great thing to put on me if I feel like, for example, if I'm flying on an airplane. And, you know, the scarf is great for like just quick travel, but if I'm traveling internationally, this is definitely going with me because I want to be able to sleep under it, feel protected. Think of it as like, you know, when you go to, let's say, get a CAT scan, or so anyone who's had a CAT scan, or anyone that's gone to the dentist and they've had to, you know, do photos, and they put that heavy kind of blanket on you. Well, they do that for a reason, you know? So, you know, think about it like this. Like, you want to have something like that on you every day because we are constantly surrounded by frequencies. It's everywhere. And it's been this way for decades now. So, you know, protecting yourself, you know, at whatever level is really what I highly recommend, at least. So I will link everything below. You know, again, with the blanket, there's the small and the large size. And yeah, so everything is available on the website. I can't remember if I have a discount code, but I will leave my affiliate link below. So you can kind of access the website through there. Again, the brand is called DefenderShield, and I highly recommend it for anyone interested in EMF safety. So there's that. So anyway, I have to get on another call in about an hour. So really quickly, let's jump to the fun stuff. What I'm wearing, I have on this, I want to say this top is from Equipment. It is this gorgeous, gorgeous blue silk kind of blouse. And I have this top in like, I think I have it like 4 different colors, but it's so great. I've had it for a few years now, but I tend to wear it, especially if I have a lot of meetings in a row. I like to, you know, feel chic. I don't know, chic and put together. So I tend to wear these blouses. I've got these white linen Max Mara pants, which I did an unboxing for a while ago, and then this belt from Amazon that I also unboxed in a previous vlog. So that's pretty much it. Got my hair pulled back today. Going for just a sort of simple, simple kind of look. And so yeah, so I'm gonna get back to work and I'll catch you guys later. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Afternoon. It's 12:20. So good afternoon. Today is Tuesday. I just got back from a meeting, which is why I'm so put together. As you see, I walked in with 2 books. I just wanted to bring them to your attention. Actually, I'm going to start with this book. The first book is actually a book I mentioned yesterday, and it is called The Invisible Rainbow. I have literally talked about this book nonstop since I discovered it a couple years ago. I did an entire podcast episode on it, so I'm not going to get too much into it, but I did want to just show it to you guys, just so you can see. It is super thick, tons of information. I want to say there's like 300 pages of, what do you call them? Glossary and notes. And let me go right to it. Yeah, so the bibliography has notes. So the bibliography, just so you understand how much information is packed in this book, the bibliography starts on page 413 and goes until page, 564. The bibliography and the glossary. So It's a lot of information. It's so informative, clearly, and tons of resources. But I highly recommend this book, especially if you are interested in electricity and its impact on our lives, or if you're interested in EMF safety and that type of thing. So, what I talked about yesterday, DefenderShield, those products, I came upon this book after learning about DefenderShield. So it all kind of was around the same time, around the 2019 time, right before, the big pandemic thing. So it's a great resource. I highly recommend it. And the second book is called Radiation Nation. I haven't started it. This is the book that I am planning to start this week. So this book also came, I want to say I bought it from DefenderShield's website. I want to say, because there's several different products that they have. So in addition to the actual, the phone cases, the laptop cases, blankets, headphones, all that type of stuff, they also have other products. And I want to say this came from them. DefenderShield, yeah. So anyway, so this is just sort of a resource, an extra resource. I wanted to read it just to see how much more information is in here from the Invisible Rainbow. I think the two together will be probably a great source of information just to be aware, just to be conscious of these things. I think it's super important for us to know what's going on in the world around us and to know the new things that we're implementing into our lives. Like, it's so easy for us to just say, oh, this is great, this is convenient, this is going to make it easier for me to do X, Y, and Z. But if we don't really assess or think about the consequences of what those actions are doing, whether they're harming the environment, whether they're implementing unethical practices, as I talked about in my previous vlog, you get into unethical labor and that type of thing when it comes to, let's say, mining cobalt, for example, which is in all of these new devices. It's filled with all these different minerals that have to get mined, and a lot of times it's children in those mines doing that work. So it's, there's a whole host of things. So unethical labor practices, just the detrimental effects on the society or on the environment, I should say. And then just, we don't know what it's doing electromagnetically. I mean, we do, if you read the book, or the Invisible Rainbow. But for the most part, when we sort of tap into these different frequency fields, we're just expecting it to just be like normal. And there are no sort of like rules in this. And it's actually quite fascinating because I did another podcast episode on how we're going to be transitioning away from the rules that we sort of live in now. So we're sort of governed by the, and I won't get too deep into it, but we're sort of governed by the laws of the land and the laws of water now, maritime admiralty law. And I am a firm believer, it's not even really a believer, but I can see it happening already. We are going to have to start transitioning into air laws. So laws governing, the different frequency fields and the different electrical fields in the world. So it's going to be really interesting because we don't know. We're just sort of tapping into these spaces, literally these spaces around us, and we are assuming that they're safe, and we should not assume at all that it's safe to tap into these frequency fields that are around all of us all the time. They've always been there, and they've been there since the beginning. It's part of the makeup of this place, but there's a reason why we aren't accessing it in that way, and there's a reason why we haven't been for such a long time. So now us tapping into these areas, spaces, are going to start presenting a lot of different issues that we had never really thought about before. So I am foreseeing that a whole bunch of laws are going to have to be created to prevent us from getting sick, environmental, destruction, and all types of other things. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say on that. I've already talked about this on my podcast briefly, and I might even talk about it some more. So anyway, I just wanted to bring these books to your attention. So it is The Invisible Rainbow and Radiation Nation, and I will link both of them below. So anyway, today I was planning on doing some microgreen seed sowing, but I got an alert last night that Tropical Storm Edna? Lucy? Tropical Storm somebody. Debbie. I think her name is Debbie this time. Tropical Storm Debbie is on her way here, so we are going to have, and it's getting dark now. I think she's a couple hours away, but we are going to have pretty torrential downfalls, rainfalls for the next couple days. So I need to batten down the hatches outside, and everything seems to be pretty sturdy, but I don't think it's a good idea to do some seed sowing, just because I don't want anything to get blown away. In North Carolina, our hurricanes tend to be pretty disastrous sometimes, especially if they come really far inland. So I'm hoping that this, can you guys even see me? Or is it just like, hold on, let me see. I might have to add a light. There, I'm gonna add this. Okay, I added a light just because it's getting super dark in this room and outside. So I'll be really quick because I'm gonna have to probably get outside and just make sure everything is secure. So anyway, yeah, Tropical Storm Debbie is coming, and it's not every year, but we tend to have a hurricane pretty often, pretty frequently in the Carolinas, and especially in North Carolina. And so where I'm located, I am about an hour and a half from the coast. So every few years we get, it comes inland pretty far. And I want to say it was Sandy. It was Hurricane Sandy a few years ago. That was just, it was many years ago now. It was just devastating. It created so much turmoil this far inland. So hopefully Debbie doesn't cause that much destruction, but just in case she does, I need to make sure everything is secure. We are surrounded by trees, so hopefully none of the trees, get disturbed. We obviously saw that my neighbor's tree got taken out a couple weeks ago. Was that last week? Maybe 2 weeks ago. So we won't have to worry about her tree falling on her house or making any damage, causing any damage. So anyway, I'm going to get out there. It's already starting to rain, so I might have missed my window. Darn it. Well, I'll see what I can do without getting completely drenched out there, but I will catch you guys later. Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, and wow, what a day it has been so far. It is late in the afternoon, actually. It is almost 5 o'clock. So sorry for, leaving you out of the loop on the beginnings of my day, but basically I was meant to have a meeting today, not just a typical meeting, but it was like a kind of regional kind of meeting. But because of Tropical Storm Debbie, which I mentioned, our meeting actually got pushed back until, or got pushed to next week. So I was a little discombobulated today. I was not expecting to not be at that meeting. So I had to kind of rearrange really quickly what I was doing. So I spent a lot of time on my computer today, and which is perfect because I wanted to bring another product to your attention, because obviously yesterday or maybe the day before I was talking to you about some of my favorite EMF safety products. And this is another brand that also makes really cool things, specifically eyewear. But the whole time while I was at my computer, staring at a screen for a long period of time is, first of all, it's just not good for us. But it's really important to have safety with your eyes, eye safety and eye health. So I prefer to use these Quay Australia blue light glasses. So they are my favorite. I've been wearing them for a while, and if I'm gonna be at my computer or my laptop or even on my tablet for a long period of time, I will always pop these on. They're great. I feel safe when I'm wearing them. So I will make sure to link the brand and the glasses below. I don't have an affiliate link. This is not sponsored. I just wanted to, bring your attention to these glasses. I want to say they make sunglasses as well, but I only really prefer the blue light glasses. And The brand that I mentioned yesterday, DefenderShield, they also make blue light glasses. And the one thing I forgot to mention about DefenderShield is they also have products for kids. So if you're worried about, your child's safety on their devices, especially nowadays, kids are always on their phones or they're always on their tablets playing games, and it's just not the way it used to be. At least back in the day, we had, actual books, and I mean, they have books now, but most things, most activities are done on a device of some sort. So that's the best part, is if you're worried about the safety, your child's safety around these devices, around all these electromagnetic fields, DefenderShield has great products for kids. So if you want to put a protection sleeve on your tablet or your laptop, or your kid's tablet or laptop, you can do that. They have blue light glasses for children, and they have a variety of other products. So definitely make sure to click the link in my description box to find out more information about that brand. There are some other, supplements and stuff as well on the website, so you're welcome to check that out. I personally have not used any of those supplements. I use different companies for my supplements, which I will actually talk about in a different blog, because I don't want this to be too product heavy. I don't want this vlog to be so much about product. But yeah, so I just wanted to briefly kind of mention these glasses. Again, the brand is Quay Australia. I think it's Quay Australia. It says Quay up here in the corner, but I want to say the brand is Quay Australia. Also, I got an H&M shipment yesterday. No, I got an H&M shipment today, and I got another shipment as well. And I was thinking I was going to do the unboxing in this vlog, but I think I'm going to wait, actually, because I have a few more things, a few more items coming in. So I think I'll just wait until the next vlog and then just do a whole full-blown unboxing vlog. Because I typically like to kind of vary it between content and gardening and products and unboxing and stuff like that. So I didn't want this to be too product heavy. So I'll wait until the next vlog for that. So make sure to stay tuned. Also, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. That way you're notified whenever I upload videos, long form videos, or even shorts, because I am doing a lot of shorts. My shorts lately have been kind of focused on the gardening, but make sure you are subscribed and you have the bell clicked so that you get notified of my shorts even. And then also follow me on Instagram. If you're not already doing that, then follow me there. I was active on Instagram so much, but since I've come to YouTube, I've found there to be much more things I can do on YouTube, especially regarding long form content. But I still upload reels on Instagram, shorts, and just basic content as well over there. And I do have a lot of connections with brands on Instagram, so it's a lot easier to kind of go from my Instagram, one of my photos or a reel or something like that, and click right on the Instagram page of the product or the company that I'm talking about. So yeah, make sure to do that. And let's see, that was it. That was all I wanted to say. I've worn this before, but it is a shirt, the brand is called Babaton, and I got it on Aritzia. And it's just a nice kind of loose, lightweight work shirt. And so it's definitely my favorite. I actually really like these Babaton shirts. So I think I'm gonna stock up on them, especially as it gets more into fall, because I love to wear shirts and blouses under my blazers in the fall. I'm kind of a blazer girl. And anyway, so not really much of an update for the garden, just because it's been raining a lot. As I mentioned, Tropical Storm Debbie is on her way and is kind of coming in and out a little. So there's not really much to do out there. I don't want to start a new batch of microgreens because I don't want them to get blown away, because that'll be just my luck, right? I'll plant or I'll sow the microgreens and have a bunch of trays out, and then all of a sudden Debbie will come and she'll just knock them all over. So we're gonna wait until she's passed. And yeah, that's about it. So I will see you guys later.